Top girls teams meet here tonight in New Washington as the Buckeye Central Buckettes host the Shelby Lady Whippets. Trinity Baker looks to take down Kate Siesel in her home gym as both teams look for one more victory ahead of the tournament draw this weekend. Don't go anywhere though. Pregame coming up right after the break, right here live and free on the OH Report.
Enough about me. Let's start the show starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
I got 2 feet on the ground, head flying in the clouds. It's
National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. Whether it's making memories in your first home or making an impact in your community. At Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
Welcome back to Buckeye Central High School for our pregame show, brought to you tonight by Mechanics Bank. That's better. Hayden Gray, and with me tonight, Mitch Willeke. Mitch, our first time an opportunity to work together here on the OH Report. How you doing this evening? And, what are you looking forward to here tonight?
Oh, good, man. Thanks. I'm real excited for sure. I'm just kind of like what you said earlier. Two good programs in the area, two good coaches. So good test for both of them before the tournament draw, and perfect night for some basketball.
Absolutely. As we mentioned, tournament draw coming up on Sunday. A non-conference matchup, so it won't affect the conference races, but one of those that can help, with your seeding coming up this weekend. Let's take an opportunity now and take a look at the visiting Shelby Lady Whippets, coached by Natalie Lance, led by senior point guard Demi Hipp, senior guard Audie Albert, and the rest of the gang. Another great year for them so far, 11-4, 7-2 in the conference, currently a three-way tie heading into tonight in the MOAC. They average just shy of 53, or right even at 53 points a game, shy of 26 boards, 13.9 assists per game, shy of 15 rebounds, and they handed over about 17.6 times per game. Last four games, they had a loss to Pleasant, 36-32, and then 3 straight wins over Galleon, Lex, and Harding. And then a tough schedule the rest of the way. They'll still have to see Highland, River Valley, Upper Sandusky, Clear Fork, and Ontario this season. What do you think, based off of their performance this season, has been a strong suit for this team, and what they have the rest of the way coming up? What kind of challenges does this team have in front of them?
With Shelby this year, I think it's a little bit of youth. I know they have Hipp and Albert leading the way, but the youth's got to come up, and they have. And, with Shelby, they're going to. So like what you said, a good stretch of games coming up, especially going towards the tournament. And, once that youth starts getting hot on the floor, it could be a bad matchup for anybody.
One of those youthsters that's been having a solid season, though, so far is Eve Swemley, the sophomore, fourth in the MOAC at 11.1 points per game, just shy of 5 boards, 2.2 assists per game, and 2.1 steals. That's one of those nice players that Coach Lance has that stepped up and played a big role only as a sophomore and still has several years left to come.
Yeah, and, being the leading scorer at 11.1's good, but I think the other two big things are she leads them with three-point percentage and offensive rebounds. Whether she's scoring right back off that offensive rebound or dishing out somebody for an open look, that's going to save you a couple possessions, especially late in the year.
Let's turn the page now and take a look at the team spotlight for Buckeye Central, led by head coach Abram Capel. Not a rebounding year for Buckeye Central, just a reloading year. 15-2, 10-1 in the Northern 10. They averaged just shy of 50 points and 24 rebounds a night, 10.1 assists, 9.7 steals, and just over 11 turnovers per game. Their last 4 games, 4 wins over Cary, Seneca East, Mohawk, and Colonel Crawford. And then they have a difficult schedule still as well. They'll have to face Upper Sandusky, Bucyrus, Mapleton, and a tough Winford team. But another year where they kind of control their own destiny at the top of the Northern 10 Conference right now.
Yeah, I talked with Coach Capel a little bit before the game, and his big thing was just do what we do. They've been successful the past few years, and if they continue to do that, they'll be in good shape.
One of the senior leaders on this team this year is Riley Concert. She is 6th in the Northern 10 Conference in points per game at 10.1, 5.3 boards per night, but she is first in free throw percentage and assist. How crucial is it and how helpful is it to have a free throw shooter that can go out there and you can count on her to go get you those in crunch time?
It's nice to have, especially when knock on wood, they're guaranteed. But the matchup between her and Hipp is the one I'm looking forward to tonight. They both lead their teams. Both are first in their conferences in assists. Should be a good matchup.
Absolutely. There's a ton of different individual matchups across the floor tonight that are going to be very entertaining. Tonight in Buckeye Central, both schools bringing a nice crowd tonight. Shelby traveled well, and, of course, the fans here packing the gym. National anthem just coming up on the other side of the announcements. So we'll take a break and pause for of our national anthem. Anthem wrapped up now, and now let's take an opportunity to check out our keys to victory tonight. First, we'll start with the visiting Shelby Lady Whippets and what they're going to need to do against this talented Buckeye Central team. We talked a little bit about it. When you play Buckeye Central, you got to protect it from the deep ball, and this is a team that at times has struggled to start at the beginning of the games. Coach Lance has talked about that previously. How do you feel that they can carry both of these out in a way that would bring success tonight?
Well, I think, like we said, protect the deep ball. But when we talk about Shelby, you're going to talk about ball pressure. You're going to talk about traps. I'm interested to see if Shelby does come out and trap early and often, especially with the way Buckeye Central shoots the ball. Regardless, if Buckeye gets those open looks, are they rushed or are they shot in rhythm with, their hand set, their feet set, and their mindset?
Let's take a look at the starters for tonight's Lady Whippets, led by senior point guard Demi Hipp, Trinity Baker at the other guard position, along with Eve Schwemley, Audie Albert, and Alexis Booker finish off the paint. And again, head coach Natalie Lance leads them. We'll switch gears now, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the Buckettes' keys to victory. What they're going to need to do tonight, transition defense going to be important for them. Shelby, a team that likes to get out and run, move the ball quickly. And then three-point party for them. Try and knock down your shots. What they were able to do against Mohawk, that boded a lot of success. What do you think Buckeye Central on the other side needs to do tonight that relates to these 2 points?
I think defensively they're going to keep people in front. They're going to try to pack line and force the ball to their help. But I think keeping the ball in front is a big start for them. And then you say the 3-point party. I agree with that too. If Shelby starts knocking down shots, they're hard to guard. But Buckeye Central's got good leadership. They got older kids, so I think that's also a positive for them going forward.
Yeah, the experience factor could be one of those keys to victory for them tonight as well. And let's quickly take a look at the starters for tonight's Buckettes, led by head coach Abram Capel. Kate Siesel, the senior point guard, is joined by Sydney Worm at the other guard position, as well as Kennedy Deppen. Down low, Riley Concert and Paige Colleen. But another team that's kind of dynamic and can move around, play multiple positions, really a guard-heavy team.
Yeah, and that's, I'm excited to see how, Shelby battles, Buckeye Central's big three of Concert, Worm, and Cecil.
So that wraps up our pregame show tonight, brought to you by Mechanics Bank. That's better. As we approach tip-off here from New Washington. Again, Hayden Gray, Mitch Willeke with you on the call. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Drop us a comment. Let us know on Facebook who you're rooting on, who you're cheering for. As the Lady Whippets will start off with the tip going their way.
Buckeye with their pack line. Going to try to get up on the ball, force to where their help already is.
Albert will take it to the left side. The runner just a bit short. The rebound goes to Kennedy Deppen.
Not a bad first touch. Good take.
Woo. Cecil wants to take it to the hoop herself, too. Last touch by the Whippets. Ball will be inbounded by Worm. Kennedy Deppen, and a matchup to watch for tonight as well. Shot's a little strong.
I like it. I like the play design, clear out one side.
Albert too strong, couldn't finish. Buckeye Central coming right back down the other way. It'll be Schwemle guarding Concert to start things off.
A little flex action. Ooh.
We're looking to go inside. Take one more look on our Frito Lay instant replay. Schwemle just got a hand on that. Good hustle.
I like it. I like the action early. See how Shelby's going to handle screens off the ball.
Siesel will fire away her first triple, and that's good from deep. Siesel in that game against Mohawk just the few last weekend, tying the school record set by Sydney Worm earlier for 7 triples in a game. Albert shot out. Concert down in the post, kicks it over to Worm. Albert gets a nice hand on it. Can't get to it in time. Ball stay here.
It's tough chasing good shooters, and Cecil's coming off a stagger, and she's that far out. Derek, when you step back 3 or 4 feet, that's even tougher.
Nevaeh Metzger checks in for Buckeye Central early. Kennedy Deppen will take a seat. Siesel and Concert were heading in 2 different directions. It'll be the first turnover of the night for Buckeye Central.
Yeah, I know that's Shelby basketball. They want to heat the ball up. They want to cause turnovers, either on the ball or trapping. Not a bad start for their defense.
Albert's got another look, but that lane was shut down by Colleen. It'll be too many steps in the paint. Schwemle will be caught on the travel. It'll be their first turnover.
Like I said, they want to pressure the ball to where their help already is. It's gonna be tough to penetrate, but if you find those open alleys for catch and shoot, they're there.
Colleen swings it over to Siesel. So far has the only points tonight.
Screener.
Concert working against Booker. Too strong off the left side.
It looks like they're trying to face guard Cecil. The defense for Shelby's going to have to communicate extra loud. Person chasing Cecil can't really see the basketball.
Schwemle will fire away from the free throw line. First field goal of the night's good for the Lady Whippets.
Yeah.
Hipp nearly got a hand on that one. It does look like Trinity Baker's been assigned to follow Kate Siesel around so far, like you mentioned. Buckeye Central looking for somewhere to go.
Early, they tried to have Cecil set a screen for somebody so that way she could get a screen the screener, and Shelby did a good job of jamming it, not letting Cecil get a free run.
Nevaeh Metzger back to the bench, stepping back into the ball game.
Good set.
And quickly they went to Deppen.
No, back screen on the backside.
5-2, just about halfway through the first quarter. Albert left alone near the free throw line again. She'll take too many steps. Heading down the left side of the lane.
I know she's coming out. I'm sure that's exactly where Coach Lance wants her, right? The free throw line, can get it to her left hand.
Sophia Long will check in for Shelby as Albert will get a breather. Long guarding Deppen. Both fresh substitutions in the last 30 seconds. Worm gets it down low, puts it up. Lady Whippets get it across midcourt. Trinity Baker with some space will pull up from outside. Shots too.
That's tough. A little high-low action. Booker was too strong on the take. Let's take one more look.
Nearly an offensive rebound by Long, but ball.
I like that action because they're taking away everybody, taking away all that help, putting it in the strong hand of the driver. Just got to find a way to finish.
Worm with the pump fake. We'll reset at the top with Concert.
Buckeye definitely will be patient. Pull it out, run a set.
Siesel dials it in. Schrum dead straight away. Ball just barely rims out.
Pass.
They wanted to put Charlie Neese heads to the score.
Switch and dribble handoff. Oh, they didn't switch the flex cut.
Nice
Good
look
action.
inside.
It's good action. Doing a good job getting the ball to one side. Setting that little back screen.
Now, it's not all the time that I have an opportunity to talk or commentate a game with the mind of someone who's, coached the game. So I'm going to take full advantage of that tonight as the shot's knocked down from Reiser. Siesel escapes to the hoop. Didn't have anyone in sight.
It's just a good move.
We're going back and forth, trading shots now. As Trinity Baker picks up her first points of the night.
None of these teams will be afraid to shoot it. They both have the green light. Elevator.
Acrobatic layup. Triple just rolls out. Demi Hipp pushing the tempo. Has Lawn under the hoop.
Look at rim run. Just got her head up, doing a good job. Just got to find a way to finish at the end.
Go coast to coast. We'll have a foul called. That one will go against Shelby's Demi Hipp. Stop the open layup, so free throws impending though for Worm. Buckeye Central, a solid team from the free throw line.
Good job there of knowing when to, when not to. Past couple possessions, they've got a defensive rebound called a set. Came down and ran their action that time. Defense wasn't set, ran it right back at them.
Colleen and Deppen will take a seat along with Hipp and Lawn for Shelby. So Schwemley back into the game along with Albert. Now for Buckeye Central, Metzger will check back in with Evac. Pretty clean game so far. That's just the first foul between both sides. Approaching 60 seconds left in the first.
Scissors cut. Oh, good rescreen for Albert. I like the counter.
Baker's feeling it. Gets the triple to fall. Cuts it back to a 4-point deficit. 5 points for Trinity here early on.
Good job of closing with high hands there. Got to be under control.
I feel like you've got to be a defensively sound team when you're going up against Buckeye Central. Buckettes look like they'll get to hold on to the last shot. Under 10 seconds.
Good refusal again.
Neese got her hand on that. Siesel layup. Take one more look on our replay brought to you tonight by Frito Lay. And for this final possession, Colleen and Deppen will come back in for Evac and Metzger. 4.5 seconds on the clock.
See if we get a double here for Siesel coming off.
There's that screen. Deppen puts it up at the horn, but not enough. Siesel's three was just short. So at the end of one, Lady Whippets down 4 to Buckeye Central. Don't go anywhere. More action coming your way, live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Welcome back to New Washington Central High School. Hayden Gray, Mitch Willeke with you here for this phenomenal non-conference showdown. It's the ball on that play. Officials, I think, said it was last touch by the Whippets, so it'll stick with the Buckettes. But Buckeye Central comes out to a 13-9 lead after the first quarter. Pretty quick, pretty clean first quarter, just one foul. Worm got space but was misaligned on the shot.
Yeah, if you're going to switch, it's got to be a loud switch. Switch up the floor. Don't give the offense a chance to step in like that.
Serena Ramsey with the rebound. She's now checked in here in the second quarter for the Whippets. Starting lineup out there for Buckeye Central. Couple tips from Deppen. A little bit of a dispute, officials. Let's take a look and see if this ball ever touches Siesel first. Don't believe it did. Tough to tell, though. Again, I've learned plenty of times to remind people how glad I am that I'm up here and not in the officials. That being said, of officials right now. So if you're interested.
It's hard. I'm just going to say that. It's hard.
So big kudos to the officiating staff out there tonight. There's too much air under that one. Ball will be headed to BC, 13-9.
Shelby's definitely settled down a little bit. Buckeyes got some clean looks, but I think Shelby's starting to find their rhythm a little bit here.
Been able to hold their own so far.
A back cut.
They looked inside, wanted to go to Kate. Schwemley finds Neese on the other side, now comes into the paint herself.
Good battle.
And I like the officials letting them play that out, kind of trading blows down in the paint.
Good wall up.
Concert lays up a floater that's too strong. Rebound to Ramsey. Here's Shelby wanting to push things again, but faced with a lot of pressure. And a double ball on Albert. It'll be the third turnover of the night for Shelby.
I like it. This late in the year, see who's got depth, see who taps in their bench first.
You're not wrong, because another batch of substitutions. Metzger will come back in for Buckeye Central. Demi Hipp back in for the Whippets.
With Siesel out, Shelby looking to turn her pressure a little bit.
All the way in, Metzger can't get the layup to fall.
And that's what we talked about earlier. We talked about Shelby's pressure. I think that right there was a good shot for Buckeye. He had 2 feet in the paint, but it might have been a little forced, a little quick for what Coach Abram wanted.
Shelby really moving that pressure up.
Yep.
Foul called. It'll be the first team foul of the night.
There's that chest match. If you're going to trap good guards, you guys try to stay down. Try to keep your feet moving, not reaching in with your hands. It's a tough assignment.
Foul was called on Serena Ramsey, her first team's second.
Little slice
correction.
Little stagger away. Good job by Hipp.
Siesel got some space, wanted to fire away. Kept alive by Colleen. Another foul called. This one going against Albert. Team's third foul. On the floor, though, so just an inbound. We've only had one free throw tonight.
Tough finish. Not terrible defense. Reach for the lights, walled up. It's good offense.
Oh, the Buckettes applying some pressure in the full court. Siesel already back in that ball game. Just got about 30 seconds to rest, right back in.
Got a clean look at it.
Baker feeling it from deep, her second triple of the night. She's got 8 of the Lady Whippets 12.
Good shot. Now go face guard the best player. Ready, go.
Yeah, tough assignment. You got to come down and lead the offense right now and then hustle right back down and be asked for the biggest defensive task. They will switch. Albert gets a hand in the face. Rebound, pinballs around. We were all over the place here. Take one more look. Gets launched out. Bounces off initially. I think the officials awarded it to Buckeye Central, then realized whose foot it bounced off of.
I like it. People hit the floor. It's going to happen.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those. We talked about it during pregame. A good tune-up for both teams to get any easier the rest of the season.
And talking with Coach Capel, they had snow yesterday, so they couldn't come in and practice. So they came in for about 45 minutes. So that's how it kind of goes with those regional games. You only get one day. Try to do what you do best. Prepare for what you can. Good slip. Go screen the screener action. Filled to the front of the rim.
Alexis Booker found herself with plenty of space. Cuts it to just a 1-point lead. 15-14. Under quarter. Deppin's double teamed. Colleen tried to keep the play alive. Ball heading back to the Whippets.
I think Shelby's doing a much better job this time of taking away Buckeye's first option. Buckeye wants to get into their stuff. Shelby's doing a good job of pressuring, taking away the first look they want. Bucket forcing them to their second, third option on that set. And a little nickel dimer.
First foul of the night called on Buckeye Central at the 3:22 mark in the second quarter. Go against Kate Siesel, her first. She responds with a turnover and a steal. Says, give me 3 points, and knocks it down. Third triple, 8 points for Kate here in the first half.
Few clean looks she's gotten today. Might as well take it.
She'll be trying to swing the ball around the perimeter. Schwemley takes it in.
Through. Ball got side to side. Ball knows when it gets reversed. Good step through. Good finish.
Heat check for Siesel. That one short. Was heavily defended.
Like I said earlier, the past couple possessions, Shelby's done a good job. Of course, when they switch, they try to get up into Siesel's space so she doesn't have that window right away.
Saw that last layup that got it back to a 2-point deficit. Shelby's trailed the entire first half since tip-off, but keeping things close. Three-pointer from Booker, no good. Rebound to Worm. Turnover, just the third. Both teams with 3 turnovers in the first half. Sometimes that pace of play can bite you too if you're not careful enough.
Tough entry, good catch.
Got a couple battles going on in the paint. Reiser and Colleen, and then Booker and Deppen. Long offensive rebound from Schwemley, and then a foul caught on the floor.
Lead Shelby in offensive rebounds does a good job of going to the glass. That right there got her team another possession.
Winning the rebound battle 8-7 currently. Got to find someone on the inbounds. Try to get it to Sarah Reiser, is able to bring the ball down. Ball stripped by Siesel.
Everything but. Good move.
Kind of a defensive, heavy second quarter. Neither team able to pull away. Space for Worm, but no good.
Clean look.
Booker and Baker collide on the rebound attempt. Glad to see both them pop up quick. You can hear Coach Capel preaching patience from the sideline. Foul's called. We'll have free throws coming up.
So he's telling, he wants Siesel to be patient because she's the one going through the elevator. But what they want is the elevator, and that person on the wing's going to drive it because they're going to try to chase Siesel through that elevator because of her ability to shoot it. Good play design.
It's the fourth team foul on the Lady Whippets. 2 for Buckeye Central, and a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line here in the first half. (20-16), 60 seconds left in the first half as Buckeye Central and Shelby meet here tonight. Great non-conference battle. Some really good games going on across the girls' slate tonight. Clear Fork and West Holmes playing each other tonight down.
Oh, that'll be a good one. West Holmes has been tough all year.
That they have. Sarah Reiser rises up and makes this one a little bit more interesting heading to half. 1 point game. 45 seconds and counting. Siesel guarded closely by Hipp. A rebound now to Reiser. .25 seconds for the Lady Whippets to try and hold on.
See if Coach Lance wins the last one here.
Schwemley gets a look she can't pass up. Maybe that's something we can talk about at halftime. So Shelby takes their first lead by 1.
That's a tough pass.
But Deppen.
That's a pretty good pass right there.
From the corner, we'll see, and they will rule it a deep 2. So at halftime, 22-21, a 1 point game here in New Washington as Buckeye Central regains the lead right before the break. Coming up, we'll have halftime stats, analysis, so much more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching High School Hoops live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I bust soon. Know as a child back in the womb. Got need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated biggest customer.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like
I
that?
drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some Lays.
Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Mr. Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room. I got you. I got you.
Whoa. Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom after I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey, guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew.
Well, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if we had a little...
Oh, please don't.
You know,
Don't say it.
salsa.
I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea. And it's special just for you.
Let's do it. This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you, you're happy and healthy, not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing good without me, baby, gotta wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like the crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Frito Lay. We are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. National Bank, where you mean more. Mechanics Bank, that's better. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. And BS Media Pros, need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you are hiring? BS Media Productions is the most affordable, high-quality production company in North Central Ohio. Find them on Facebook. Again, Frito Lay, Park National Bank, Mechanics Bank, Spherion Mid-Ohio, and BS Media Pros. Your sponsors bringing you the action live and free tonight. At halftime, Buckeye Central leads 22-21. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment to bring you those halftime stats. Back here, Buckeye Central High School, Hayden Gray, Mitch Willeke with me, and we're now entering our Mechanics Bank halftime show where Shelby brings it back to 1, but Buckeye Central, Kennedy Deppen hit that shot right at the buzzer. I'm stats, find out how we've gotten where we are, and I know what jumped off the page for us right away that you and I talked about real briefly was no trips to the line for Shelby. How does that really impact you offensively when it's still been a physical game, but they've had to earn everything from the field?
Right, and I think, especially if you got a team that's missed 2 or 3 shots in a row, or, you have a player that's missed 2 or 3 in a row, getting to the foul line can kind of jumpstart you. And, like we said, no trips in the first half, but that, Buckeye Central's defense is tough. They're doing a good job of walling up in the paint, making it difficult to shoot over. So come second half, you think Shelby's going to try to stay aggressive. They're going to keep trying to punch the paint and get to the foul line here.
Then on the other side of things, Buckeye Central, both teams actually getting 3 triples to fall. But they are a perfect 3 of 3 from the line. I mean, as a team, it's something we noted that is a strong suit of theirs. And Riley Concert, I believe, has hit all 3 of those free throws. She's a nearly 85% free throw shooter on the year.
Top 2 in the conference, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 1 in the Northern 10. You probably put that up against a lot of others in the area too. And they would probably do pretty well for both sides right now. Kind of even scoring. East Schwemley has 6, Audie Albert with 4, Demi Hipp. Excuse me, I'm reading off the home. It's Kate Siesel with 8, Sydney Worm with 4, Riley Concert with 6, and Kennedy Deppen with 4. And then on the other side, East Schwemley with 6, Trinity Baker with 8, Alexis Booker with 2. Those are just some of your individual scores at the half.
You got to think Coach Lance has got to be happy with a little bit holding their Buckeye Central's big 3 to 8, 4, and 6, and you're only down one at half after a buzzer beater. That was a tough, tough pass, tough shot. So excited.
Well, that wraps up the halftime show brought to you tonight by Mechanics Bank. Second half action now underway. Demi Hipp will fire off the first shot of the second half. Knock down the triple.
Hand set, feet set, mindset. It was a confident stroke there by the senior.
Her first points of the evening gives the Lady Whippets a 2-point lead. Audie Albert gets back into play, but will commit. The foul will be called on Demi Hipp. It'll be her second foul. Now in the second half, not much of a concern, but still should be noted.
Well, there's that action from earlier. That time they ran it all the way through. Good switch out. Shelby with active hands at the arc. That's good.
Concert kicks it out to Deppen, who has nowhere to go. You can tell they want to get Kate Siesel space so she can put up a triple. Deppen tried to keep the ball in play, but it'll roll all the way out of bounds. Be the first turnover on Buckeye Central of the half.
That's something we saw in the first half too. Shelby did a good job of taking away Buckeye Central's first option. Made the ball go side to side, did a good job of staying in front.
space now for Shelby. Deppen daring Booker to shoot. It'll fall short, but
she is again.
Speed of Schwemley all over the place. OH.REPORT draws a foul. Shelby headed to the line. First free throws now coming for Shelby.
I know early Albert struggled a little bit. But again, we talked earlier. Make two confidence going forward. And here's the announcer's jinx. It's my fault.
Well, you know, I was deeply hurt the first time that ever happened to me, and it still happens quite often. So she makes the second one, makes up for it. It's 25-22. Locked away in a close one tonight. Again, if you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, let us know who you're cheering on. A lot of people out there tuning in tonight for this one. Maybe you're just a fan of the local high school hoop scene, tuning in to check out some competition around the area. Baker looks to continue in the second half where she was in the first. Will fall short a bit.
Not a lot of numbers.
I'll call the foul on the floor. Let's take one more look.
I like the gumption. 2-on-3.
Foul called on Demi Hipp, her third. Team second.
Good defense. Good job walling up.
Inside look from Hipp to Albert. Will be staying at this end as after it was last touched by the Buckettes. Demi Hipp will take a seat with those 3 fouls.
That's hard on that baseline out of bounds. So they're clearing everybody that way. You're pretty much on an island guarding the ball.
Charlie Neese back in for Hipp.
Good pass.
Immediate impact. The assist from Neese comes in and drops a pretty pass for OH.REPORT. (27-22). Siesel fires away. Rebound goes to Neese. Schwemley goes through the lane. Up against Worm. Nearly got the layup to go as well, so Shelby headed to the line for 2 free throws.
Staying aggressive. Saw one person get to the free throw line, saw the ball go in. Next person gets to the free throw line, see the ball go in. Starts becoming contagious after a little bit.
Second one misses off the left side. Good move from Deppen, but tied up in the paint with Albert. Struggles continue for Siesel from the field.
Good timeout.
Coach Capel would like a timeout. I believe the first timeout taken by either coach here tonight. Take one last look at that drive from Schwemley, but here we are, full timeout from head coach Abram Capel, 28-22. Coach Lance's Lady Whippets with the lead.
Be interested to see here with Shelby's pressure if they decide to pressure here late. First 2 quarters didn't do it. And I think they're starting to feel a little bit confident about themselves. See if Coach Lance wants to come out and pressure.
You know, as someone who's coached against the Shelby team several times before, if you're Buckeye Central and Coach Capel, what are a few things that you might be trying to hammer home in the halftime about what you have seen and ways to kind of stop their offense?
You got to be able to guard the ball one-on-one, and that's a tough task, especially a lot of Shelby's guards, especially at the ball, and they've gone downhill right away. You know, and that kind of that's wear and tear after a little bit, and it's tough to stop. But that would be step one. The second thing, you know, when you think of Shelby, you think transition. And, you know, today we talked a little earlier, they've kind of slowed down and run some more sets. But when that pressure starts happening or they get out after a defensive rebound, that's where they can hurt you the most.
Back in play after the timeout. Offensive rebound to none other than Schwemley again, but will roll off the side of the rim. Concert kicks it to Metzger on the baseline. Strong hustle from Metzger coming the other way. Be called a foul. It'll be her first of the evening.
Nothing wrong with that one. Stop transition, get your defense set. Get your matchups aligned. Just straight downhill with that right hand again.
Schwemley gets her own rebound, but can't get the bucket to fall. Finishing an issue right now, but Lady Whippets continue, Schwemley specifically, to grab those offensive boards.
Oh, that was a good counter. I was looking the other way. I thought that was going to be that screen the screener for a stagger, and they re-screened for the same person.
So Concert knocks down the triple. Let's take one more look. Siesel brought two, and Reiser just couldn't clear out in time. So it's right back to just a three-point game. It's been tightly contested all night. Neither team really able to pull away too much from one another to feel any kind of comfort, per se.
No. And when you have good teams, you'll have that. You try thinking, Shelby, all right, we got it to we're up 3. You got to find a way to try to get it to 6. And then at some point, you got to think, all right, now we got to try to think if we can get it to 6. Now we got to try to get it to 10. And when you're playing a team that's, you know, a program like Buckeye Central, that's going to be tough. They've been here before. They've been in big games. It'll definitely be a battle.
Check out some of the live streams and highlights coming up the rest of the week. Scrolling along the bottom of your screen now. The next break, we'll take a look. We'll start with the girls and see what's coming up the rest of the week. But for now, tonight, matchup here in New Washington. A lot of these threes just falling a bit short for Siesel tonight. Nice still in running the point. Demi Hipp with 3 fouls. So Shelby looking to their youth.
Good job of being strong with the ball there.
Sophia Long will come in now for Audie Albert. So very young lineup in there now. Trinity Baker, Sophia Long, Charlie Neist, Eve Schwemley, and Sarah Reiser. Trying to go inside. We'll have a timeout taken by Coach Lance. So while we have a second, let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming up the rest of the week on the girls' side of things. Tonight, 3 girls live streams. Kenton taking on Upper Sandusky. We're here at Shelby Buckeye Central. And then again, West Holmes taking on Clear Fork. That on channel 4 of our YouTube or our Facebook page. Wednesday, we'll have Fredericktown taking on Shelby Grover and the Lucas Lady Cubs. Thursday, we'll have a highlight of Madison and Mansfield Senior. Another big one in the MOAC, Pleasant and Clear Fork on Thursday. And then Friday, this team you're seeing right now tonight taking on Upper Sandusky. And then Saturday, 2 live streams for you. Loudonville and Lucas. Corey Vermillion going up against Shelby Grover. Really excited to get to see Corey play.
The human,
absolutely.
Unbelievable.
And then Fredericktown taking on Mount Gilead on Saturday as well. Ball staying central, but a lot of girls live streams, 9 to be exact, with the one highlight this week. Reiser will keep it herself, put a little post move on Colleen, and gets the finish.
A little dream shake.
That's one of those you just kind of got to feel confident about, running back down the floor.
Put you on your toes a little bit, make you a little more vocal on defense, absolutely.
Metzger tries to dump it inside of Colleen. Worm wiggled her way back up top.
That's when it's tough. They start getting into the paint with 2 feet like that. You think you got to fly to the block. They've got people with their hands ready on the arc.
Triple's knocked down by Sydney Worm. She's got 7 points tonight. Concert leading all scorers with 9.
Dribble. Oh, good things happen when you go to the front of the hoop.
Sarah Reiser didn't bail, got the offensive board, and the putback 2. She's got 9 here in this ball game tonight.
Good help.
Nothing coming easy in the lane. Concert pulls up from short. It won't be good. Reiser trapped. Coach Lance calls a timeout. Take one more look at that offensive rebound and put back by Sarah Reiser. I think kind of caught Buckeye Central off guard. They got caught looking. Happens to the best. You saw it right there. Some people tuning in tonight. Lois Karras saying cheering for BC. Sally R. I probably butchered your last name, Sally. My apologies, but she says let's go Whippets. Dan Zachman rooting on the Whippets, as well as Deanna Ratliff. Nice to hear from you out there watching tonight. Let us know who you're cheering on. In a tournament atmosphere, tournament level talent out on the court.
That's why I like that these two are playing each other. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know it comes back to seedings and divisions and all that, but you got a good 5. You got a good 5. Let's play. Good for the kids. Good for communities.
Definitely agree. I like getting these kind of matchups during the year. Nice able to hold on to the rock. But it's going off the foot of Lawn along the baseline. Turnover, just the first of the half from Shelby. Both teams with just 4 turnovers tonight, that even below their season average. Colleen.
Good extra.
Extra passes nearly paid off for Buckeye Central. Ball just refused to fall. Nice looking to go coast to coast. Gets the runner to fall. She's got 2.
Usually you get number and do it yourself.
Tied up. Coach Lance looking for a travel. Ball's kept alive. Worms 3 nearly falls. And we're headed to money time, the 4th quarter. Shelby taking a 6-point lead into the final frame. Don't go anywhere. More live and free hoops coming your way next.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep what means a lot to you.
I'm Park's biggest customer.
Final quarter of play from Buckeye Central High School as Shelby leads on the road 34-28. Hayden Gray, Mitch Willeke here with you tonight as we start quarter number 4. Should be in for a fantastic finish. It's going to come down to a combo of things. Coaching, play of the athletes. These are the quarters that you really enjoy as a spectator.
You got that right, especially when it's 2 really good teams like this.
Albert brings in the board. Demi Hipp back in the action as well.
Make sure to see how patient Shelby becomes. I
Walk.
think that's my fault too. The announcer's jinx. I'm 0 for 2 on that tonight, man.
For the Lady Whippets, I think probably my more notable announcer jinx was Danville was 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Had a chance to tie up the game, and I had brought up that they were 9 of 9, and they missed it. Ended up losing the game by 1. Kate Siesel's layup bounced off the front of the rim.
Good battle between those two.
I mean, each matchup tonight, you know, if you go back and watch this game, of course, it'll always be available for access on Facebook and YouTube.
Good post feed. Good
you
finish
watch.
with the right hand.
You can pick any one of those, like that battle right there with Albert who got the 2.
Yep.
You watch the whole court. A lot of good play going on.
Take.
Demi Hipp headed to the free throw line. Foul going against Riley Concert.
Teams, and the thing we talked about in the past was who's their fire starter, who's going to start that avalanche. And you know, after watching a couple times this year, I couldn't quite figure out who, but I'd put my money on Demi Hipp. Things like that, and reading the passing lane, being a senior, I think she's the one that if she starts rolling, the team goes with her.
Yeah, Demi definitely one of those senior leaders for this team. You know, she's had a lot of successful point guards that she's played not only alongside with, but really waited for her time to shine during her senior year, and it's definitely paid off. So now Shelby with a 9-point game. Heavy contact. Called a foul on Audie Albert. It's going for the loose ball, and that's one of those where it's both were kind of just collided at the wrong time. That'll be Audie's second foul. Team third.
That's the thing, only their third. Still in good shape in that aspect of it. Buckeye Central with 5, which isn't terrible, especially if it gets late and they got to start fouling.
Yeah, you definitely, for Shelby, don't want to, get in foul trouble too early, because that's one way Buckeye Central will surefire make their way back into a game is free throws.
She's again.
Trinity Baker forces the turnover.
That's a big shot.
Deep 3 from Eve Schwemley.
Hey. Hands high, head high, let it fly.
Had the open look, gives the night up 12. Siesel trying to respond, falls short.
Tough shot, good finish.
Deppen with the acrobatic finish under the hoop. First 2-point field goal of the second half for Buckeye Central. Full timeout taken by Ava. Take a look at that last acrobatic finish. Right arm extension by Deppen under the hoop.
Those proper hand developments, beginning of practice.
While we have a moment, let's take a look at what's this week. Ontario taking on Upper Sandusky tomorrow night up at Upper, as well as Northmore and Danville. And then we'll have a highlight of New Philadelphia at Lexington. Those two teams, number 14 and 19 in all Division II. So that should be a good one. Fredericktown and Northmore, Ontario, Clear Fork, Centerburg, Cardington, all on Friday night, all live streams. And we finish off the week as the Cary Blue Devils take on the Eagles of Colonel Crawford. That'll be a good Northern 10 matchup. So another solid week of games here where girls probably have about 5 or 7 games left in their season. Boys an extra week on top of that, but about to get to the madness of February and March.
Best time of the year.
Foul off the ball on the floor. That'll be the 6th foul on Buckeye Central.
Yeah, we talked about those matches. That's a good one. Both of them trying to own the block early.
That was Colleen's first foul of the evening. Metzger comes back in for Deppen. Shelby will have to reset at the top. But one thing on their side is no shot clock in high school, so no harm, no foul.
Don't get me started, Hayden.
Running some time, 5 minutes left. Deep three from Baker, no good.
Good hands.
Worm did a nice job to just keep it in play.
Everything but right idea.
And I think that's the thing. They're getting good looks, struggling to finish a bit, but forcing turnovers on the defensive side now.
Good hands.
Ball was poked out by Trinity Baker. Last touch by Baker, who will take a seat as Charlie Neese comes back in.
See if we get something dialed up for Siesel here.
It's clear that no matter what, even on a rough shooting night, her teammates and Coach Cape will trust her, want her to continue to shoot.
Absolutely.
That helps too. Says, don't forget about me.
That's
she was actually the previous record holder for the most career, or the most threes in a game was 7 this year. Then Kate Siesel tied it, so they both share that record. But right back down the other way. Can't fall asleep on defense. Schwemley with 12 points tonight. Showing why she's the team's leading scorer.
It's tough. They kind of try to go back to that stagger again. Shelby's doing a much better job of switching up the floor again, taking away their space.
Worm wants to make it 2 in a row. Just bounces off that back of the rim. Panic at midcourt. Coach Lance will take a timeout. Probably a wise decision there. They'll have 3 remaining. Buckeye Central with 2 remaining here in the half. Take a look at that last bucket by the sophomore, Eve Schwemley. Her father, a previous head coach at Shelby on the boys' side, Troy Schwemley, former teacher of mine as well.
Learned something new today, Hayden. How about that?
A lot of people out there watching. See, Mariana's having a little bit of, not sure if it's on. It might be on my end. Might be the Wi-Fi here in the gym. Hopefully things coming through okay. Up. Shelby up 9, 42-33. They trailed for most of this ball game and then have slowly but surely accumulated a nice lead.
Yeah, we talked about Siesel having some struggles. It's, you know, I know Coach Capel's not really worried about that because the next one that goes in could be the one that starts the avalanche.
Play resumes. Approaching 3 minutes. We got a foul being called. That'll be the 7th team foul on Buckeye Central. So Schwemley heads to the line for a 1-and-1. First free throw's knocked down. Back up to a 10-point lead. Shelby 4 of 7 from the line in the second half, and the page has flipped now. Buckeye Central lacking a free throw attempt in half number 2.
Now you start getting crunch time here a little bit. Still got to stay in front. Still got to guard the ball. Got to make sure you're on defense. Communication's up.
Officials will say Siesel carried over in the corner. Just trying to work the corner against Demi Hipp. Get some space. Be the 3rd turnover of the second half for Buckeye Central.
Cleared out.
Risky pass.
Ooh.
A foul will be called against the Whippets.
It's a tough one. Loose ball foul.
The fourth foul on Shelby. That one called on Charlie Neese. Riley gets going to work. They're going to need some more of that. Down 9.
Same action they ran earlier in the good job of staying in front of her defender, using her body to shield it.
Great control from Neese. Crosses over Metzger. But Nevaeh will grab the rebound.
Quick hands.
Stripped away, and Schwemley's shot just rims out but gets her own rebound. And Baker knocks down the big shot. Deep two-pointer.
I don't know if they were a fan of the first one. We talked about pressure and forcing quick shots, but when you go to the rim, good things happen.
46-35, 2 minutes to play. Siesel wants to launch a three.
That's one in a row. That's one in a row.
Let's take a look one more time. Charlie Neese kind of she does a nice job of recollecting herself, getting a hand in the face, but once Kate has a breath's worth of space, she makes you pay.
It's a good shooter, man. Just got to tip your hat, move on to the next play.
Yeah, you got to respect that. Not much time left in this one, but back to just an 8-point game.
What do you think? Buckeyes going to come out and pressure here. Be interested to see if they try to trap right away, see if they wait for somebody. It's going to be hard. I think it's hard to trap Demi Hipp in the full court. See if they wait to get somebody else to go trap it.
Shelby has 2 timeouts remaining, 1 left on the scoreboard
in a hip pocket here.
Buckeye Central to use. Hipp will turn it over. Ball just took a high bounce. Buckeye Central with a big opportunity.
Got to score, got a timeout, got to stop. See if they got dialed up here.
Metzger's going to work it against
herself.
Albert. Oh. Nearly a 3-point play. Take one more look. Bounced right over that middle part of the hoop. But still an opportunity at the line. 3rd foul against Audi. First free knocked down. That's their first free throw of the second half. Metzger's first points of the night. Second one drilled as well. Back to a 6-point game, 1:50 to play.
Let's see if they send anybody on a clear. Oh, right over the top.
Hipp does a nice job of going up to get the ball, and then the foul will be committed on Kate Siesel. So Charlie Neese will head to the free throw line. It's the 3rd foul against Siesel.
Well, offense, defense here.
Neese with 2 points tonight, looking for 3 and 4. Connects on the first half of the 1-and-1.
Especially now free throw box out's big for Buckeye Central. Make sure you communicate shooters, communicate who's pinching.
Second one just rims out. Away. That'll go in against Audi Albert. That'll be her 4th foul. Buckeye Central, still plenty of time. 7-point game. Metzger looks to use this block from Schwemley.
Good extra. Good hockey assist right there. Clear it out.
Triple not down from Worm makes it a 4-point game. Shelby with 2 timeouts. They're going to have to burn one of them here.
Well, you try to tell them if your man leaves to go double, you got to circle back middle. Easier said than done.
Great pass whipped over by Riley Concert. Straight to Worm.
That big three starting to heat up a little bit.
So we're sight from Buckeye Central. 47-43. Each team with just 1 timeout left in the ball game. Shelby up 4. They do have possession. While we have a break, would like to thank our sponsors again one more time tonight. Frito Lay, Park National Bank, Mechanics Bank, Spherion Mid-Ohio, and BS Media Pros. Thank you to our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, bringing you the action live and free. Momentarily got sidetracked, made an announcement that the school lunch to be served today will be announced tomorrow. Students happy about that.
Chicken Tuesday.
A lot of schools canceled today. Some of the back roads, I guess, still a little bit treacherous, but
supposed to be more coming Wednesday.
That's right, another big one. So obviously every morning we post what matchups we're covering, so find out about any cancellations or postponements that way on any of our social media.
Nicely done.
3-point play opportunity now for Audie Albert.
Good part by Nice. Catching the ball at the elbow, turning and facing her basket, trying to see who's available. A little dump off. Albert with a chance for the and one. Tough finish.
So Kennedy Deppen will check back into the game. Evac will take a seat. Free throw missed, but an offensive rebound to Eve Schwemley. Her shot again. Too strong. Another foul called going the other direction. That one will go against Eve Schwemley. It'll be her second. And that'll give Buckeye Central the 1-and-1 opportunity with 54.8 seconds remaining.
It's been one of their few trips to the line this half, hasn't it?
Yeah, 2 of 2 from the free throw line thus far, but that is it.
As a team, they shoot, is it 69% from the line, I believe it is?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Just right under.
69.5.
Right under 70%. Perfect 100 tonight. Hopefully I don't jinx them here. This table, I'm not sure if it's real wood, but Deppen knocked it down, so regardless.
We've had a knack for that today.
4-point game. And Deppen checks out, so trying to use her on offense. Buckeye Central going to waste no time. They'll foul Audie Albert immediately. It'll be the 10th team foul, so 2 guaranteed free throws coming up for the Lady Whippets. Albert knocks down the first of 2. After not shooting a free throw in the first half, Lady Whippets have lived from the free throw line the past few moments.
And even in this half, the ones they've missed, they've done a good job of going to the front of the rim, trying to get an offensive rebound.
Potential strip, ball's on the floor.
Good effort, good effort.
Great effort from both sides. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Shelby. And what I think probably the first tie up and jump ball of the evening. I don't recall a moment tonight where there hasn't been a foul on a loose ball. Colleen will commit the foul on Demi Hipp. So Coach Capel trying to make Shelby win it from the free throw line.
We had Audie Albert last trip, senior, the line. It's a good start. Demi Hipp, senior.
First one's knocked down. Now some substitutions. Mara McDougal will check in for Buckeye Central.
Yeah, free throw box out here.
Right. 4-4 for the last 4 free throw attempts. It's an 8-point game. McDougal puts up the jumper, no good. Offensive rebound to Metzger.
Good tag.
That'll also fall short. And they'll foul you, Schwemley.
Good tag, good box out there by Schwemley, holding her ground. And we'll make the long walk.
So back and forth we go. Now down to nearly 20 seconds left in the game. Schwemley knocks down the first of 2, her 15th point and counting.
Tell you what, it says Shelby only shoots 53% from the line. And they made it when they counted today, especially after no trips in the first.
That last miss from Eve, just the first in the last 5. She gets the block, but then Hipp comes in, foul's called. Be heading to the line for 2. So Metzger tries to keep Buckeye Central with a sliver of hope. Knocks down the first.
Buckeyes got to get organized in their pressure here.
On the floor is McDougal, Worm, Metzger, Siesel in concert. Second one's missed. Audie Albert will rebound, and I think Coach Capel will call off the troop.
Out.
Demi Hipp says, why not one more? Gets the 2 to fall. Shelby gets a big win on the road, 56-46 here in New Washington over Buckeye Central. Coming up next, post-game stats, our MVP interview. We have a little bit of analysis from Coach Willeke, and we'll wrap things up for tonight. Don't go anywhere. You're watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Let's start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I bust soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Playoff time, baby. Games, snacks, drinks. I mean, what else can you ask for, bro? Really?
Hey, pass me a Pepsi.
I mean, can you drink any louder?
That's how I drink.
Loud like that?
I drink loud. I like to enjoy it.
Toss me some ways.
Did you eat any louder?
It's normal to eat loud. Drinking loud makes no sense. Hayden, Eli, road trip to the Super Bowl. Hard pass. Playoffs are on. You're paying for that door, by the way. I got a bus. The bus has got a bus. Let's go.
Can we go see the bus?
What up, Eli?
Mr. Cruz, I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too, man. Super Bowl, baby. Let's go.
We're not going. I'm going to get more chips and drinks. Do not leave this room.
I got you. I got you.
Whoa. Super Bowl, here we go.
Are you kidding me?
Technically, I didn't leave the room.
I'm calling Mom after I finish these chips.
How much longer? You drive weird.
Bus, are we there yet?
No.
Hey, Bus, we gotta pull over for some more chips and drinks.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
Bradshaw?
Hey, guys, got room for one more? Got Doritos? Got Mountain Dew. Well, do we really want to bring him? It might start to feel crowded. I mean, maybe if he had a little...
Oh, please don't.
You know,
Don't say it.
salsa. I love me some salsa.
All right, I got an idea. We got one seat left, and it's special just for you.
Let's do it. This is like a convertible, except a whole lot better.
Good for you being healthy, not me. If you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing good. I know without me, baby. God, I wish that I could do that.
I lost my mind like this and I'm crying on the floor.
It does kind of open things up a little bit.
Welcome back to Buckeye Central High School, here with our player of the game tonight, brought to you by BS Media Productions. Here with sophomore Eve Schwemley, team high 15 points for you, a couple blocks out there tonight, and then probably a decent amount of offensive rebounds that we lost track of how many you grabbed, but a big win over Buckeye Central. First and foremost, a non-conference game like this, right near tournament draw coming this weekend. What's a win do like this for you ladies in terms of confidence?
This is definitely going to give us a lot of momentum going forward. We have a big game this week against River Valley. We needed a lot of momentum since we lost to Pleasant recently, so this will really help us get going.
Like you mentioned, within the conference, still some work to be done going into this week. A tie at the top with you in River Valley and Pleasant, and you'll have that chance to take on the Lady Vikings this week. What are you guys looking forward to with the opportunity to still, have a say in the conference and look to try and continue the greatness that has been there the last few seasons?
We're definitely looking forward to it a lot. We really want to get this win going so we can at least be tied with Pleasant, and we want that 5 MOAC champs.
All right, I'm going to hand it over to Mitch and let him ask you a question.
All righty, so we talked earlier about the team high 15. He mentioned the offensive rebounds. So something is the offensive rebound standpoint, is that something that you take pride in? Is that something you guys chart in practice? Is that something Coach Lance or Coach Gurney gets what is it that makes you guys so successful with it?
We definitely talk about it in practice. We're told to crash the boards. We really work on those. I take pride in them because they're good, easy layups to get and those offensive rebounds or a kick out for an assist.
Perfect. Laying it back to Hayden.
All right, well, thanks, Mitch, and thanks, Eve. Finally, you know how we always do it around here. If there's anyone that was watching tonight, I know a lot of viewers were interested in this game tonight, but anyone who attended the game or anyone special you want to give a shout-out to, I'll give you a chance to do it.
I'll give a shout-out to my family and the Shelby Whippets.
All right, well, again, your MVP tonight brought to you by BS Media Productions. Eve Schwemley, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take one more break, wrap things up with our final stats.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Know as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he died.
Back here at Buckeye Central High School, Hayden Gray and Mitch Willeke here to wrap things up with you in our Mechanics Bank post-game show as Shelby pulls off the big win over Buckeye Central in a non-conference game. They improve to 12-4, still 7-2 in the MOAC, and then on the other side, Buckeye Central will suffer their third loss of the year, fall to 15-3, still 10-1 in conference. So two teams that really you can kind of, no loss is really ever desired, but there's things that Buckeye Central will be able to take out of this tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And I was talking with Coach Capel beforehand, and like what you said, no coach likes to lose. But, in a game like this, in an environment like this, with the end of the season coming up, you can go back and, take what you want from it. You take the good from it. You take, you learn a lot about your team as well. And there's no doubt in my mind, Buckeye will rebound. I mean, they're too good of a team to let this one, hurt in the long run. But, it's a good momentum boost going forward. I know the league, the league's dwindling down here, and it's a little bit of a grind, but this is definitely a confidence booster for Shelby going forward.
Definitely, and I think Eve touched on that because they will have a tough matchup coming up this week against River Valley. Let's take one look at your final stats for tonight. 20 field goals, 5 of those triples for the Lady Whippets. Won the rebound battle 25-16. Both teams kept it very clean in terms of turnovers, coming in well below their season averages. 8 for the Buckettes, 7 for Shelby. Pretty close in terms of fouls, but that big storyline too. Shelby got to the line and did fairly well in the second half. And BC, another great performance. They just couldn't get to the line as frequently in half number 2.
Yeah, we covered that at halftime. Shelby did a good job of taking away those first couple options and forcing, option 2, 3, or 4 to make a play, and played solid in the half court. And on the flip side, offensively, they did a good job of attacking the basket, staying after it, and converting. We saw a couple of those in the first half that ball just didn't go in. Did everything right, ball didn't go in. Second half, all that hard work paid off.
So a great night here. We'll take one more look at who's coming up next for both these teams. For Shelby, they'll take on Highland on Thursday, the 26th, before taking on River Valley on Saturday. And then Buckeye Central will take on Upper Sandusky on Friday, the 27th. You can catch that game live and free on the OH Report. Tomorrow, we've got some boys basketball action coming your way. We got the Warriors taking on the Rams of Upper Sandusky, Northmore at Danville, and a highlight of New Philly at Lexington. But tonight, your final score, Shelby, with a 56-46 victory over Buckeye Central. Before we go, Mitch, any last words or anything you want to drop knowledge-wise tonight?
No, I'm just glad I could keep up, man. Can't say I wasn't nervous. No, but it was fun. It was awesome. It was a good experience. Got to watch two good teams. I mean, you can't beat that at this time of the year.
Well, we are certainly happy to have you, Mitch. Certainly glad you could join me tonight. And hopefully this is something we can continue to keep doing throughout the course of the season. It's only going to get busier with the postseason, so thanks a lot for joining me tonight,
no
Mitch.
problem, man. I appreciate it.
All right, and then also joining me tonight, Mason Neese running camera for me this evening, and again, Mitch Willeke on color commentary. Thank you to Adam Thompson on audio and video design, our sponsors, Mechanics Bank, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Park National Bank, BS Media Productions, and Frito Lay. And then we would like to thank Phil Lloyd in the athletic department at Buckeye Central High School, and you, the fans, for tuning in tonight. But the Shelby Lady Whippets coming out with a 10-point victory here on the road. You've been watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report, powered by BS Media Productions, the future of local sports. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on a live stream near you.